to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in Dubai here at the Coca-Cola Arena.
It's been a minute.
Hello, Molly-Mae.
Hello, KUGAN. How are you?
How are you? First of all, obviously, how are things going? Because I went to you earlier. How's that? And I did the...
Such a man thing to say, how's that? That is great. That's great, yeah.
Everything going well?
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
I know what you meant. 7 months in, and it's going great. Yeah, it's been a bit of a stressful last couple of months, because obviously Tommy's been in camp, and I've literally been by myself for 2 months, but now I should have him back for a bit, provided he doesn't have anything coming up soon. I don't know. You never know.
He doesn't jump into camp tomorrow.
He might. Who knows? There's conversations about maybe Tyson's undercard. I don't know. Who knows?
But to have Tommy in camp for fights, etc., has that been difficult as well?
Yeah, obviously. I work all the time, and he's away working, and so it's just constant. Like, we're never together. Like, people have these like dream pregnancies where it's like, you know, they're just always with their husband doing baby shopping and doing cute things, and like me and Tommy literally just communicate through FaceTime at this point, which is fine. But it's, you know, it's just what you sign up for when you are with a boxer. But at least it's kind of all, hopefully all over now for a little bit.
But I'm assuming there's something that he'll be gutted about missing, kind of these stages of your pregnancy that he would like to be at, kind of the first of everything. We know. But yeah, you know his situation, you know he's a boxer, and this is basically how it is.
Yeah, I think he's very different to what people actually see. Like, when he's in public and when he's at these kind of, like when he's at a fight, he's like, well, how I see it, it's not Tommy. Like, Tommy at home is very different. Like, he's just a completely different person. But obviously you've got to switch it on and off. But you can't be like this all the time. Do you know, it's too much. Like, it's too much for me. It's intense, isn't it? The whole thing. But
does he talk to the unborn child? Because
no.
Is that a thing? Do people do that actually?
No, it's not really. I think because he's been away so much, I feel like he sometimes forgets. I'm like, you do understand that I'm 2 months away from, like, you know, we're going to have a child. And I think, yeah, he sometimes has to be reminded a little bit because he's just away in camp land. But yeah.
Okay, let's talk about obviously this week. I was talking to John, who's in the background there, so we can hear. But it has been a little bit of a chaotic week in terms of opponents, etc., for Tommy. But I think he did fight tonight. Last second change of opponent. But yeah, how was he kind of during the last 24 hours, and how much kind of interaction did you even have with him?
I had a lot of interaction. I was there through all of it, and I think I found it really, really hard because I've been with him. Well, I've not been with him, but I've been communicating with him for the last 2 months whilst he's been preparing to make weight. And I literally have watched him essentially starve himself to make weight, as he always does. He takes it so seriously. He would never, ever, ever go into a fight not on weight. Like, I'm the one there running a hot bath room the night before just so we can check that those scales the night before he is on weight. He weighed in on weight. I watched it happen, and I literally have no idea what happened afterwards. It just all blew up out of nowhere. Next thing you know, I'm seeing everything online. Tommy's not made weight. I was like, I've literally watched this man make weight for 2 months, and that was the most frustrating thing I've ever experienced with a fight in my whole time being with Tommy, because he's not unprofessional like that. Like, there's one thing he's just not unprofessional. So that was annoying. But we can't help what happened with contracts. I don't really know, but I think he did really, really well tonight. He got in a ring with a guy that was really talented. He won a title 2 weeks ago. Like, Tommy's still at the start of his career. Like, he had I think people forget Tommy had no amateur fights. He just started straight into his professional career, and people expect like him to literally, it's just like people expect Tyson of him, and he's obviously not Tyson, is he? He's Tommy. So it's just the way it is with boxing. Like, people are just horrible, but it's what it is.
But listen, this chapter's kind of over now. Obviously, he did fight, he got the win. We move on from that, but now obviously there's the. Sorry, John. It's fine. We know that this kind of lingering situation of Jake Paul, which is kind of must have been a little bit of burden on Tommy and yourself and kind of the whole team, in terms of it's always been brought up, and it will do until they both fight.
it's boring now, isn't it? I just feel like the whole thing is like, I feel like we're just all over it. Like, hopefully, like it can just all get put to bed. They can have the fight, and then we can forget about it, because I feel like it's just lingering at this point. Like, they need to have the fight to put it to bed, otherwise it's just literally going to be all that anyone talks about until it's done. I think it's a fight that needs to happen, and if it does, it does. If we'll just have to see, but I don't see why it shouldn't. If Jake Paul has the balls and Tommy wants to fight, then it should happen.
I hope so, because like I said, there's a lot of politics that involved in boxing, as you now know, Molly, but we hope to see the fight, and I think John was saying, look, he's talking about it there now, that he had a handshake tonight to say that the fight will happen. We'll wait and see. The
handshake that's going to happen has obviously happened a few times now, but I feel like when the fight's meant to happen, it will happen. Like, both times it's gone to happen, it's been completely out of Tommy's control that it's not happened. People forget that also, but I don't know. I normally just keep my mouth shut. I don't get involved. Even me doing this interview right now is probably the most I've ever said in regards to boxing in a long time. It's best I just keep. But yeah, I'm just there for Tommy to support him, whatever he does in boxing. I'm always going to be there.
Like I said, job done for him tonight, so yeah, we can kind of move away from the Dubai experience, etc. But yeah, do you know what you're having in terms of your child? Oh, you do know?
Yeah, we're having a go.
Oh, you are having a girl. Has that been put out?
Yeah, it's been out. Otherwise I wouldn't be saying it right now.
I didn't expect you to announce it, and I felt it's something I must have missed, to be honest with you.
You didn't get the exclusive.
It would have been if you thought it was a girl, because that happens sometimes, well, doesn't it? People think they're having a girl and they're having a boy, etc.
We were having a boy, but we had a girl. Well, we're having a girl.
Have you got a name?
We do have a name.
Have you mentioned the name?
No, we've not mentioned the name.
It's the first letter of the name.
No, I can't do that. Because there's so much speculation about what this flipping name is. If I give the first letter, then everyone will know, so can't.
Molly Jr.?
It's not Molly Jr. But if it was a boy, there was conversations of it being Tommy Jr. He would have loved that. And on that note... Okay, still John in the background there. Molly, appreciate your time, thank you very much, and yeah, hope everything goes well. And next time we have an interview, we'll be mum and dad.
We're actually going to wait at the hospital, I think, IFL. We're going to wait at the hospital. Tommy comes out, in pacing up and down the corridor, smoking a cigar.
I'm not sure I'm going to give you that exclusive either, but, you know, we'll see.
I'm assuming we have to pay you a lot of money to get that footage as well. Molly, thank you very much. Have you got anything else you'd like to say? Anything to plug? Nothing?
No, nothing to plug. No, that's that. Let me go to bed, please.
It's 1:30, by the way. KUGAN CASSIUS here with Molly-Mae. Thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. And John's still talking in the background.
Father-in-law, giving it that.
What a father-in-law to have.
Father-in-law, what a granddad. Granddad to my child. John's blood actually runs through my veins now if you think about it. It's kind of scary, isn't it? Try not to think about it too much.
It's fine. Thank you very much, Molly.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife for saying completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.